Where last we left our coterie, the town of Rehaven has become a surprisingly complicated nest of mortal affairs. Bandits posing as natives attempting to trigger some sort of race war. Petty squabbles over valuable animals. Politics about the nature of art and security. And of course, the base human impulse of greed. Despite only being here for, let me double check real fast. I believe it's only been about 4 or 5 days. Oh, you're right, I need to put my name screen up. Just a moment. Yeah, I believe, yeah, you've only been here for about 5 days at this point. 5 nights. You've already become very much entangled in the goings-on of the town. Be it punching the militia captain in the face in a display of machismo, getting wrapped up in the strange squabbles over a horse, or using your vampiric abilities to discover and potentially expose both a smuggling ring and a series of violent robberies. Our vampires have found themselves very much entangled in the town's goings on. Only last night, Christoph sold one of his own horses, and we got a bit of a cinematic cutaway to a very irascible gentleman having it violently stolen from him. It was early in the evening of the 7th of May when we left off. Actually, it was getting close to midnight. There was still about half the night left. But well, that's the question, my vampires. Do we want to move forward the next day, or do you have further things you wish to do tonight?
I believe we left off on the part that Kim was leading them towards where she followed the angry...
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Kim was going to lead the party towards the hideout, the little campsite. She appeared in the mind of one... Let me double check a name here real fast. Sven Ekbald. Yes. So we're still at the docks at this point. Let me bring up a little bit of art just to set the tone.
Sven Ekbald. That's...
Yep.
Oh, Swedish. Yes.
Yep. The Swedish man who threw a bit of a tantrum at the mayor's gathering the other night. Actually, you all agreed to... Kem, you brought that up, but I don't think you devised a plan of action or anything like that.
Yes. He's just like, oh, I can lead you there. I followed them last night.
Basically, this, Oh, hey. Poor Cam, don't cry. Oh, sure, right, you wanted to check something out, and, one thing led to the other.
So was that, was the idea being that Kim and, Christoph would go by themselves?
Well, I think this is the conversation we've been having, because Cam brought up to everybody that there was this banditry thing happening of men in disguise as natives committing acts of robbery in this strange conspiracy. And she wants to check it out. So, yeah.
Say it was an open invitation.
Let's go before they move camp.
Sure thing, if you... Yeah, just... Lead the way, little one.
All right.
What is the purpose of this? Are you looking for stolen items?
We can get stolen items, or we can catch them in action. Maybe.
And do what?
It's more to improve the neighborhood. That and of course get a...
I just want to stop them before actual war with the native happens.
Well,
Yes, I understand, but I'm not sure that you've thought through what you will do once you arrive at their camp. If they are present, do you plan to confront them? If they are not present, taking items from them will only put you in possession of stolen property. It will not prove who it was that took the items in the first place.
Well, we talked to the Mr. Warman, and he asked us to bring evidence, and this is us bringing evidence.
Evidence would be catching them red-handed.
Or
if you
the
bring
items.
the stolen goods, if you bring the stolen goods to him, all you have is our word against his that we obtained them from his possession.
He did mention like the stolen good. Mr. Warman.
Yeah. He did. That
Proves nothing, though.
Well,
if it's truly happens that they're in the possession, and we can probably have a conversation with one of them who's really part from the other group.
yes.
I think that these people who are impersonating the natives, killing people, and taking their property, will have a reasonable conversation with you about it.
Well, the kind of where he gets dragged out of the camp.
I can read his mind.
Again, we know they're guilty. We need to prove it mundanely to the other humans.
Is there any way that we could just report this to the proper people?
We did. That's why we're trying to get evidence right now, so he can really believe us.
Well, if we could confirm where the stolen goods are, we could just lead them there, right?
Exactly.
Again, there is no name tag upon this camp. I would assume they could say, well, this is not my camp. How can you prove that I have been here, that this is any of my doing? If we caught them with these possessions within their own homes, that would be harder for them to explain away. But a camp in the woods, that could be anyone's.
Earlier you mentioned that you could do something to change somebody's mind. Would you
I can force a confession. I cannot.
Yes! Huh?
I cannot change someone's mind. Well, perhaps, but again, this would require that we have a witness who has authority, such as the local militia captain.
Here's the thing. There are 4 of us. If we do own that item, we just arrived, and the attack happened before we arrived. They can't just pinpoint it on us.
No, that is not my concern. My concern is that they say, well, you obtained this from somewhere, but it was not from me. It was from some camp in the woods to which I have no link. And the only way we can prove that they have a link is that you've read their memories, and that's not generally a compelling... Well, if it is a compelling argument, then you may be burned.
Yeah.
I understand your concerns, and I wish to put things to right as well, but we need not act in futility. We must have a proper plan that will lead to justice, not to more confusion and doubting of your character.
Then What should we do? The longer we take, the worse it's going to get.
If you wish to explore the camp quietly without confronting anyone, and you trust yourselves to go unnoticed,
She pointed
if you
Kristoff.
believe that would serve some purpose, then certainly you can do that. If you believe that they will be at that camp tomorrow night, early in the evening, then we could alert the local authority, perhaps accompany them. But again, if we do not catch them in the act, if we do not catch them at the camp painting themselves, she's like rolling her eyes and like has that faraway look again, then all of the effort would be for little, perhaps even dangerous to our standing.
What if we find something that they use to disguise themselves?
That's... I was gonna say, like...
We would
Given that-
need proof that they used it, proof that it was them.
Yeah,
I
we
think
still couldn't
in-
link it to them.
In the heat of battle, no one is staring closely at what colors their skin. They're just assuming, yes, these are dark people, they must be the natives.
Well... That judgment call will be made if the camp is still there.
If you wish to investigate, then please do not be seen.
I believe in Kristoff. He's really good at this.
That much I can guarantee.
Very well. I don't think it would be wise for me to be caught gallivanting around the woods at midnight.
Okay, so it's just us?
I'll go with.
Ooh.
Out of character, it's probably also good that Evelyn isn't there because the beast might start gnashing its teeth.
Ha.
Particularly hungry for racists.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ho, ho. Sacre bleu.
Yep, she's definitely French.
South of France, we get tans there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Mediterranean. You don't know that.
What you mean? Oh, Cam's leading.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
she followed that guy on the horse. Oh yeah.
That said you might be muted, Hectic.
Son of a bitch! I was.
No way!
Oh no!
Thank you for letting us know, Lune.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
haven't said anything super important yet.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just having Chem roll perception plus survival here to see how well they track mans. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You manage to remember the path through the woods without any major complications or details or, like, deviations. Yeah. So you manage to lead the group out from the town of Rehaven into the surrounding woods. It is dark, particularly once you leave town, as there is no artificial light, just the light of the moon and the stars above. Which, honestly, is all your eyes need.
Pretty scene.
This is likely the first time most of you have been outside of the civilized world in God knows how long. Even in the service of your old masters, you'd only be on the road for short periods of time in a covered carriage before coming to a town or a dock to get on a boat. The wilderness, while one think would be a perfect place for predators like vampires, hold untold dangers and monsters. Things lurking in the underbrush, best forgotten, especially in this era when the light of reason and budding sciences are pushing back against ancient, now slumbering forces. Most of all, you've crossed the seas, come to another continent, another world. You've sailed well truly past the signs that say, "Here be monsters." As the crunch of gravel and dirt beneath foot gives way to the softened footfalls of boot on grass and weeds and overgrowth, you have not but Kemrutai's senses and memory to rely upon. You'd think it'd be quiet, but 20 minutes out of Rehaven, the low rumble of civilization gives way to the constant choir and cacophony of wildlife. The chirping of bugs, the hum of cicadas at night, the distant hooting of owls, the rustling of bushes and underbrush. This place is vibrant, this place is alive. You are not the only hunters here. The beast is on alert. The beast in all of you is acutely aware of every movement. An electricity runs through your very being. Excitement and paranoia. The feeling of being the most deadly thing here, but the strange lingering fear of something lurking out there waiting to kill you. As you move with this atmosphere hanging heavy in the air, through the low fog and the underbrush, you follow a foot-trodden path. Crushed bits of underbrush and grass where footfalls and hoof steps have fallen before, enough times to crush and bend the grass and the dirt. And you smell it. All of you do. The distinct crimson aroma, that irony sharpness of human blood. Not a murder scene. No more than someone being roughed up. A dim trickle of that sweet, vibrant red. Looking down, you can see it every now and then against a blade of grass, like someone was struck violently in the head and dragged off while bleeding. Or took a shot or a grazing wound and just haven't managed to fully staunch the blow. The flow. That tantalizing drip feed of a taste. That scant sign of recent violence.
Do I see anything drop in the area? Other than blood?
Kamrutai, please roll me a perception, actually a wits plus alertness.
Can I use my aura read?
You may absolutely activate your aspects to read auras.
Bam!
Kamrutai, you open up effectively your third eye. You open up your aspects, and besides your fellow vampires, this dark, dimly lit forest, teeming with sound, is alight. Deer, foxes, voles, rats, birds, marmots. You'd think that this place, being night, will be calm and quiet with most of these creatures asleep, but no, it is more busy than a downtown area of a city in the underbrush. The vibrant auras of so many beasts going about their business. Please go ahead and roll me your, was that your wits plus alertness? No, that was your aura perception. Go ahead and roll me your wits plus alertness.
Oh no, I have paranoia. I think it's this one. Oh.
Is that a wolf or a fox? You can't quite tell. You can smell the crackling, the burning of wood in the distance. There's a campfire very close by. You can't see any auras, so it's a little further than you can see, but it's close enough for you to smell it. But you're a little focused on the fact that fox is too big. It's in the underbrush, about 50 feet that way to the west. You can't tell if it's too close or too far or too big or too small, but it's there and it's dangerous.
What?
Is that a wolf? Why is that fox too big? She points toward that direction. What's that? Do you see it?
Looks over there.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see it?
Both of you go ahead and give me a wits plus perception, if you'd like to try to see it.
Okay. Fuck.
Bennett, there's so many fucking animals out here, there's no way to tell what exactly she's looking at. Also, it's dim out and it's foggy. Honestly, you don't actually see anything. Christoph, I mean, you see a fox out there. Looks like it's stalking a rabbit. It's kind
you mean that fox?
Yes. Is that a fox or a wolf?
It is a fox. It's chasing a rabbit.
Okay. I smell campfire. I smell campfire the other way. I think it's that way.
Huh.
I point that where I smell the campfire.
Ben
Can I
is just
also-
squinting his eyes.
Can I also activate a heightened sense? Smell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's still roll. It's just
It's just a thing that happens.
Yes.
And yes, your heightened senses are helping you here. You did smell a campfire from, I'll tell you right now, several hundred feet away. Once Christoph manages to calm you down, you can properly guess from your senses and your various oral readings and your sense of smell and your various other things that camp that you're going towards probably not much more than 200 feet away.
Is it the same direction the blood is going to?
Yes.
That way. Can you please stay close? I'm scared.
Don't. It's not thinking of separating, that's for sure.
Okay, this way. Just gonna try to lead them. We're getting close though. She's gonna get a little sneakier, like really careful with her steps.
Okay.
Can I also activate my obfuscate for unseen presence?
Absolutely.
You sneaky people.
This would be, in fact, the perfect time, considering how far away Kem said that you were, to start, stealthing up.
Or maybe y'all can, you two can go ahead, just that direction.
Alright, we'll take the lead.
Follow along. He also activates his unseen presence.
Right.
Oh boy, here we go, sneaking.
So, the two of you skulk off into the woods, leaving Kem and Rutai behind. We'll cut back to Kem in a moment, as you two approach the area that she sent you towards. The smell of firewood burning, and the distant sounds of conversation and language neither of you understand eventually reaches your nose and your ears, long before you see the actual campsite itself. Although you can see the dim orange light cast upon the blues of the moonlight as you approach. Yeah, please, the both of you, give me dexterity plus stealth. Okay. Okay, yep. Considering both of your obfuscations as well as those rolls, you are completely unnoticed as you creep upon this campsite. It's... As you're going at a steady, slow pace, it takes a little longer than if you were to just walk there. 5-10 minutes of predatory stalking through the underbrush. But eventually you do come into visual distance. You see a total of 5 men. The gentleman from the party, from the party, as well as 4 others, all gathered around the campfire in various dress and garb. It looks like a strange mix of cheap traveler's clothes, rag spin, and hempen cloth, for the most part, that is rugged and durable, that has been painted and spattered with mud and dirt, adorned with feathers and beads and bits of native work. Well, you assume actually to be native work, textiles, as well as faces half-clad and partially wiped off with mud and clay, gathered around this little campfire, sharing drinks and speaking in a language that you do not understand. The both of you are entitled to a wits plus alertness.
Willpower here. No.
Okay.
Oh.
So, Kristoff, you see some obvious things. Piles of crates, a broken cart, your horse, all tied up near the edge of this little clearing that these gentlemen are sitting in. These men are sitting in. In addition to that, Benedict, you see the same things. Piles of crates, Kristoff's horse. But you also see an older man tied to a tree amongst the pile of boxes and crates. A trickle of blood running down from his temple to his cheek.
Upon noticing this...
I'm sorry, were you there for when Kristoff sold his horse?
No.
No,
Then you
and
don't
at
know
the
who this
side.
man is.
Yeah, but I'll try to get Kristoff's attention by waving at him and point at the man.
Kristoff was slightly flabbergasted that this freaking horse was here, but yeah, he pays attention to that. He was about to realize that info, so he looks that direction towards the man.
It's not the guy you sold the horse to, but it looks like an older, fatter, grumpier version of him that's been beaten up, effectively.
He closes in to Benedict, just whispers. And whispers, that's my horse over here. I just sold it to. That's as red-handed as it gets.
What do you suggest we do then?
There's one simple option. Or there's multiple. But I am rather pissed that, so I think I just leave a survivor. And of course free that guy, free that man. Well, actually, let's check in if that man is still breathing to begin with. Could help as a witness.
Alright. I like the way you're thinking. I'm not sure Evelyn would agree, but I would.
It's a long way. It's a long way back. We're not Chiron 4. We're not Chiron 5, guys.
Alright. Let's get to it then.
So, it sounds like you're gonna do a violence.
Check in first if the guy tied to the tree is, how close is he to everything, to everyone else?
He is not. He's not like right on top of any of the other gentlemen, the other guys, his kidnappers. He's a good, I'd say, 10, 15 feet away from them, near the corner of the clearing. The clearing itself being a 30-foot sort of open circle of brush with a few tents in it.
Alrighty, I'll try to approach him just to like check for signs of like how roughed out is he.
Okay, let's get him a new stealth check. And let me double check. What level of obfuscate we're using again?
Level 2.
Level 2 obfuscate. Because this is gonna be important. I believe level 2 obfuscate. Why am I looking at the physical book? I have a PDF open. Level 2 obfuscate. Unseen presence. The difficulty roll depending on the situation. Rolls necessary character speaks. Should call wits plus stealth. Okay, yeah. This will be a wits plus stealth check. As okay. How carefully are you doing this? Are you going back into the woods and going around to this guy, or are you just walking through their camp?
As much of a power move that it would be to just straight up walk into the camp. Still just going around.
Okay, then I don't think you're going to need an obfuscate roll here, unless you're going to like stealth roll here specifically, unless you're going to like start talking to this guy. So again, takes a couple minutes to just back into the woods and take your time to walk around and crouch and sneak up on this guy. They're passed out, not cold. You want to gauge how healthy he is? How badly injured he is? Give me an intelligence plus medicine.
So what you're saying is raw intelligence, alright.
He's dead.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, judging from the blood on his head, his age, the blood in his shirt, this is a corpse. Old men can't lose that much blood.
Fucking hell. There was killing everyone.
Did Benedict sneak around as well?
No.
Okay.
Let's see. Is there any just looks around to see if there's somehow by some stroke of luck just more rope around. If not, unties the. If not, he will untie the dude from the tree at this point.
You just want to see if there was more rope around real fast?
Yeah.
High or low?
Low.
Okay, I am rolling a d10. There is no, like, loose bundles of ropes around here. There are big crates and, like, boxes and sacks in this area of stolen goods if you want to go rooting around in them.
He will slightly change plans of like killing to like just knocking people out instead. Would like to both look for a stake or something. Just a firm, something firm that wouldn't fucking kill them. You know what?
You're in a forest. You can definitely find like a tree branch.
Then just grab up a rock and just throw it near one of the bushes, particularly one that's close to the last spot that I saw Benedict, just to try to get someone to move over there.
And you're trying to catch these guys' attention and have them go send one guy off to investigate, like Splinter Cell style, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me. I'm gonna call this dexterity plus survival. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 successes. Rightio. So, picking up a rock, find a big palm-sized stone. You find a tree branch that's, to our eyes, about like the size and shape of a gnarled baseball bat. And you lob this stone in a way that it ricochets off of the tree branch and tumbles through a bush and creates a bit of a racket. This is, I'm going to say, about 10 feet away from where Benedict was. So if Benedict wanted, they could very easily get out of the way, or maybe just see what happens. Suddenly, the men near the campfire, their pleasant conversation and light evening meal stops. They all draw weapons. One of them pulls a rifle to his shoulder, another one a crossbow, a third unsheaths a sword, and the man who was in charge, or at least who was at the mayor's meeting, pulls a pistol and a sword to his other hand. One still just looks up from a bowl that he was eating from, all staring in the direction of the noise. They speak to each other in Swedish again. The four bickering amongst themselves before, what was his name again? Sven, Mr. Ekbald, barks out a command or two, pointing his sword at, I'm going to say, the one with the rifle. He grumbles amongst himself, probably curses in Swedish from the sounds of it, before standing up, cocking this little flintlock mechanism, and begins to stalk towards the source of the sound. Benedict, from you see this whole thing play out, except maybe not Kristoff throwing the rock. But there's a man now approaching near to you, not directly towards you, but like the area next to you, with a rifle of some sort. How familiar are you with firearms, Benedict?
Let's see. Firearm. 0.
Yeah, you can't tell what kind of gun it is, but you can tell it's a gun.
I'm gonna stay back a little bit more until I figure out what I should do next.
He's approaching you, or near you. Not looking directly at you, but like looking... If there was a guy sitting next to you, he'd be staring daggers at them. Butt of the rifle towards the ground, barrel facing up towards the sky, at the ready to like level this at the hip and pull the trigger at any moment. Step, step, step. You look past him. The man with the crossbow is leveled up in the general direction. Sven has his pistol, again, at the ready to drop down and fire. The other man with a sword is in a slightly hunched position, like he's bracing himself for something. You hear some more muttering in Swedish, and you recognize the word Bjorn. They yell at they in hushed aggressive whispers. They shoot down the word. The man comes closer. Step, step, step. He's only about 10 feet away from you right now. Your vampiric magic hiding you from him. And your senses allowing you to smell his very fear. Step, step, step. He's into the underbrush now. Up to his knees in bushes, as he reaches a hand down from the neck of his gun to swat away at the overgrowth. Please give me a dexterity plus stealth. Your difficulty is rather low because you're obfuscated, but this man is trying to find you at the moment, and I'm giving him a shot. He's got to roll high. You've got to just yeah. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. He got 3 successes, but you got 4. So you still win.
Good, good, good.
He pushes a bit of a like a branch of a bush right up between the two of you. He's within an arm's reach of you. His gun over his opposite shoulder. His neck exposed. His face, eyes squinted to try to peer through the darkness of the dim firelight behind him. Outstretched, seeking into the darkness. Hunched over. So tantalizingly vulnerable. How hungry is Benedict right now?
He is missing 2 points.
Oh, you have more than enough personal control at the moment. Your beast could eat. And you're being offered, and there's a juicy steak right in front of you. But it's not savagely revolting you to rip this man's throat out.
How well armored are these people?
Not. This guy at most has like some leather straps and like padding on him. He's wearing what looks to be a dusting of mud, beat up old traveler's shirt made out of maybe some tough linen, some leather chaps, and maybe a shoulder pad. The rest is like stolen jewelry of probably native make, maybe a piece of textiles or two. Crudely drawn war paint and like some feathers in his matted, again, smeared with dirt hair. It's like they tried to make himself not look blonde by covering his hair in dirt.
Okay. Is the guy with a gun obscured enough that the others don't see him anymore?
Well, you could see them just fine. But you have a little bit of vampiric night senses on them. If you were to lure him a little further out, he'd go beyond the glow of the campfire, and he'd be much harder to spot. But at this point, he seems to have gone as far out as he's willing to. You'd have to do something to get him to investigate into the darkness further.
Okay. Can I also attempt to lure him further by throwing a rock?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. What do I roll?
Give me a dexterity plus survival.
Dexterity. Survival.
It's going to be a little bit harder, because the guy's right next to you now. And he's already on alert. Okay, that's... yeah. It's cocked. Okay. Please roll me dexterity plus stealth. Your difficulty is moderate at this point. Okay. You throw the rock. And his eyes snap straight to where it to at you, basically. He saw the stone. To his eyes, most likely, it's as if the stone appeared out of nowhere, flying out of this bush. And he turns, startled, staggering back. Deeper into the woods, albeit. Pointing his gun right at you. In a panicked voice, he shouts something, in something in Swedish, but you catch the word troll, no, maybe fairy? There is a gun leveled at you right now. What do you do? It's the strangest thing. Like, he's pointing it in your general direction, but he can't see you. The shadows have obscured your being at the moment, but he knows something came from right where you're sitting. He's pointing right at the source of the stone, which is you. But you can tell that he can't see you, because his eyes are darting about in a panic, trying to find where the fuck that rock came from.
I'm gonna stand my ground. There's no way he's gonna shoot.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to roll this man's courage. He's spooked. This is a strange land. And a rock just appeared out of nowhere. I was gonna say it's about that difficulty. And he's got these many dice because, you know, he's not a soldier, but he's done violence enough in his life. Oh no. So, point blank shot with a blunderbuss. He fires. I'm just gonna call this shotgun and, like, take 2 dots off. So he's not necessarily shooting at you. He's shooting in your general direction. He's okay with a shotgun. Those are 5s. Normal difficulty is a 6. I'd give him +1 for being close, but then -1 for not actually being able to see what he's shooting at. So he fires this thing off, and your ears ring as the smoking barrel of this wide cone-mouthed gun went off right next to your ear. The sound of a cannon, amplified by the conical shape of the firearm. The heat, the flames licking at your face from the side of it. I need you to roll a self-control. Actually, I'm gonna need you to roll me a courage.
Okay.
Yourself. Because a blunderbuss just went off next to your head, and you're a vampire. The thing gouted flame.
I'm gonna use a willpower for this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 1 success automatically, and another success from the dice. So you don't go into Rostcheck. Rostcheck. The Red Fear. I don't speak German. I should ask Rick Crow how to say that later. And the man panics and looks into the darkness and raises the gun, and the tension dissipates with the firing of the gun and the lack of immediate violence thereafter. There's a beat, and then from the campfire there's laughter. And the guy is in a daze for a moment. You see him confused, afraid, panicking almost, and then a little bit of embarrassment coming over him. As he turns back at the campfire, his compatriots laughing, saying some things in Swedish at him. You get the gist that they're making fun of him. You hear the word lupus or rabbit. I forget the word for rabbit in Swedish, but you hear that word. And he turns and yells at them back in Swedish, just like gesturing at the darkness, like, "There was something there, motherfucker. I didn't just shoot a rabbit." It's like, oh, and then the mocking continues, and he just, he's pissed and embarrassed, and underneath all of the dirt and the clay, you can see his beet red as he starts stomping back up to the campfire. Kemrutai.
Uh-oh.
While all this was happening, please roll me a wits plus alertness.
Oh my god.
Wits plus alertness. Yeah, that's fine. You are so very aware of every living thing in this forest. You are so very aware of every living thing in this forest. Down to the spiders making their nests in the canopies of the trees, picking up
not the
flies
spider.
and wasps and bees. And you know there's something big out there somewhere. You can't see a bear. You can't see a wolf, but that doesn't mean it's not there. It just means that they're better at sneaking than you are at finding them. Five minutes.
Stop! Benedict!
10 minutes. 15 minutes. You know, maybe there isn't a bear. Bang! Your hyper-awareness of every living thing in this area. Your awareness of every bird, every deer, every bat, rat, and little tiny thing that scurries is a fine tune. You hear the sudden shot of a cannon ring out. And it all scatters. And for the first time since you stepped foot in this woods, you are well and truly alone.
How shook was she?
You decide that for yourself. I'm not going to require a fear check here or anything like that. But, you know, you did just hear a gunshot.
She's gonna close both of her mouth with both her hands, although she wanna scream so bad, and she just scream mentally. And then she's gonna start crawling on the floor towards the direction that Benedict and Kristoff went.
Roll me Dex plus Stealth.
On all four?
Yep.
Let's see, 3, oh.
You're going a slower pace, so this isn't going to be as hard for you. Okay. We'll find out what happens with Kemrutai after we go back to the campsite. Back to the campsite. Benedict, someone almost just shot you. Kristoff, you're watching the guy who almost just shot Benedict frustratedly stomp his way back towards the campfire. Would either of you like to do anything?
Would I like to try to close in while that was going on?
So while everyone was distracted and looking over there, you would like to try to close in. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's rewind the clock then a little bit.
Okay.
All that stuff we described with Benedict and the guy pointing a gun at him is happening right now. Right now, the guy is stomping over there. Right now, the guy is leaning out into the darkness. Right now, the guy is leveling a gun. And we're seeing that scene play out from Kristoff's perspective. Kristoff, what are you doing while that's all happening?
The moment they pull up the real guns, he kind of just, oh, okay. I don't know what I was expecting. And he pulls, like, he still has the stick on one hand, but he pulls the pistol that he has in the other, and he tries to close in, just in case.
They're distracted. Your obfuscate's still up because it's still the same scene. I'm going to say you don't need to roll, as long as you're approaching cautiously. Like, as long as you don't go into a full run and run over there. Or, like, just stomp up. Soft footfalls, and you will be able to approach them without a roll.
So I would just...
By now, you're wherever you want to be behind them. Just on the other side of the clearing, Benedict is still on the other rock. So that just to make sure we know where we are in the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So you're wherever you want to be in the camp at this point.
Can 4 people are looking towards that direction, and yeah, he's just closing in so that there's something in between them, in between him and them still, just to watch what happens next.
I'll say that there is a large box full of stolen, or you've managed to make your way over to a tent. That's probably 10 feet away from the campfire, just to make sure that it gets the warmth but doesn't catch fire or anything. That seems a good distance to not, like, get hit with any embers, you know? You're crouched down behind it. You see the stone appear from the bush. You see the guy get spooked by it and whip around with his gun pointed right at the bush. Those tense moments are happening. You're also close enough to the bonfire that I need you to roll me a self-control. Actually, it's a self-control or fear. Courage. I need you to roll courage.
It'd be really funny if it would do me right now. Can we do... let's see... yeah, sure. Just willpower. 1, yeah.
Fire bad, fire bad, fire bad, fire bad, fire bad, fire bad. You feel your body revolting against you. The beast, its terror, gripping your very being. Fire is the undoing of your everything. It is death. It is death. You are walking to death. And by the time you're in control of yourself, you're on the other side of the clearing. You hear a gunshot. You're back where you started. And the guy's fired his blunderbuss.
shot would have probably brought him to the senses, and just scouts the situation like, all right, what did I miss? The thing, fucking fire.
Looking around the scene, you see what I described playing out again. There's a moment of calm and quiet before the guys at the campfire start making fun of him.
So there's another guy with a gun, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, there's 2 dudes with pistols. A guy with just a pistol, a guy with a pistol, the leader who has a pistol and a sword, a guy with a crossbow, and a guy with just a sword.
Alrighty.
Actually, no, it's a guy with a pistol and sword, guy with a blunderbuss and a shot, and the guy with the blunderbuss. No, I was correct the first time. Yeah, because goons are pistol, sword, crossbow, blunderbuss, and the boss is a sword and a pistol. Yeah.
Alrighty, just... two things. He will... I guess it's, yeah, there's no point in just fucking waiting for anything. Just go time, I guess. He would activate a certain funny silence of death and just take a pot shot to one of the guys that has a pistol, not the boss, but the lucky.
Okay. Silence of Death creates a 20-foot aura of can't hear shit, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, very suddenly, these guys, their laughter and their making fun of their friend stops. And they're confused for a moment, because they're laughing. This is hilarious. Why can't I hear myself laughing? Go ahead and make an attack, by the way, with your firearm skill and dexterity. The difficulty is lowered because you have the element of surprise. Let's see here. What'd you get? Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes. I believe we said your flintlock pistol is base damage 1. That's currently plus 7. Go ahead and roll me 8 dice of lethal damage on this dude that you just shot. That's 1, 2, 3, minus 1. That's 2 points of lethal damage on them. As you shoot them from the shadows with a fucking flintlock pistol. Let me just grab some tokens real fast as we are entering combat. Give me a moment here as I set this up. Let me get your tokens as well. Actually, how much? I don't know where we're going. Actually, how about this? Let's take our break now while I do some quick So I do a quick double check on some combat rules because we're going for about an hour and a half. We started about a half hour early. This is when we normally take our break. So let's go to the BRB screen. Let's take our break now. We'll be back and start this combat after a quick break. How's that sound, everybody?
Okay.
Yep, that works.
Okie dokie. We will be... Okay, and we are back. Time for battle! Go ahead and roll me your Dex plus Wits as I do the same for these baddies. The white die will be the boss, the red dice will be his goons.
Dex plus Wits. Okay.
Okay, so he got a total of a 13. Oh no, I meant a D8 plus the number. Oh, a D10 plus, just a D10 plus the number, not your die pool. Should have specified. Sorry. So roll again and add that dice pool plus a D10. Instead of rolling that amount of dice, roll the D10 plus the number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would have been very impossible for this man to have gotten 13 successes. I might be doing this wrong, but hey, it's even all the same. So that's 13.
Oh, oops. Right.
For Kristoff. What are you adding? You're adding 6? Better?
6, yeah.
So better you're looking first. So you act first. This guy still has his back to you. There was a gunshot that came off from that direction. I'm gonna say this guy's the one who's injured right here. I'll do a couple token markers on him just to show that. Yeah, I'll give this guy like a little arrow just to show that he's got the crossbow. You go first. What do you do?
Okay, we're ready. Is there like a mechanic where I could just try to choke him out?
Yeah, you can grapple them and try to start strangling them. That is 100% a thing.
All right, I'll start strangling the blunder boy.
Excuse me. Okay, right. So you're gonna make an attack roll against him to grab him, and then...
Oh, can I also, am I also able to, does blood buff take a turn?
Blood buff... You basically say you do it, and spend the blood.
Okay, can I do it first?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's see here. You're gonna be clinching to try to choke them out. Okay, yeah. So I'd like you to do a strength plus brawl against this guy. You have an easier time because he doesn't know you're behind him.
All right.
Yeah, you grab him. I'm gonna put a little fist on this guy to indicate that you're currently holding him by the neck. Each turn, they'll be able to try to break out of it, but you will be able to, You can inflict your strength damage automatically on him. Yeah, no, you can inflict your strength damage automatically on them each turn to effectively choke them out.
Oh, is it immediate or?
The first turn they make attack. Oh, you may roll your attack damage on the first turn. Yes.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll strength to see how much damage you do.
Just strength, right?
Just strength. Plus 1 for your blood buff. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 points of bludgeoning damage. So, yeah, you grab this guy and start just choking him. Their face... immediately turns bright red. First from embarrassment, now from the restriction of blood from their throat. Yeah. Now, these guys, while they can't hear anything, can see you doing that. They have line of sight. They're going to be able to do something about that on their turn, because they also haven't noticed their friend having been shot, as his screams are silenced by vampiric magic.
Since they haven't... Since that's going on and no one has unfortunately noticed this guy just shouting his heart out for some reason, I wonder why. Yeah, just casually just walk to them at this point and just fucking smack, well, fuck it, let's just pull the sword. Just
gonna walk up and stab him?
Yeah, just these two.
So you're going to make 2 attacks. Are you using your celerity? Or are you
spending
your action?
I'm spending one celerity for this.
Okay. So you have 1 less celerity for your dex pool, and make sure you spend your blood.
Yes. Make sure to spend it for the silence too. But let's see. Oh wow.
That first one, is it against the guy you shot or the guy who you haven't hit yet?
The guy who I shot.
I guess that's only going to be 1 success. Actually, no, that guy was aware of you, so that's only going to be with 1 success because of the 10. Do you have any sort of specialization in swords?
Yes.
So it's 2 successes. Yeah. So go ahead and roll me a... Well, he's going to try to not be stabbed. Because, you know, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah. Sure would.
So that's 2 successes on his part. So he manages to get out of the way of your sword in time.
Well, then I guess the second stab is for him too.
Okay. Okay, so that's -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. You stab him. A weapon strike is going to be the damage of this weapon. The weapon's damage is sword. So that's strength plus 2. That's... I'm gonna check one thing. Let me just double check something real fast. I forget if ranged attacks add bonus damage for more successes, or if it was weapon, melee. One of them do, though. I believe it's firearms that specifically add bonus damage dice, yeah. Not melee weapons.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so that's... Still, that's 2 points of lethal damage. Oh, and you have a specialty in swords.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3. On my little note man, he goes from injured to wounded to mauled. Delightful. As you rip into him with the sword. Next up is their boss. He sees you choking one of his men. He is going to try and close the distance. He's going to stop here, and he's going to take aim at you, Benedict, with his pistol. He exits from Kristoff's sound-dampening bubble at this point. Actually, considering the distance Kristoff closed and the distance he moved, he's shouting something at you, but you can't hear it. And you can tell that he can't hear it because he can't hear it himself. But he's waving a pistol at you, gesturing it down towards the ground. You can tell what he wants as he takes his action to aim. Just gonna put a little green dot on him to remind me that he's aiming right now. Next are his goons. I'm gonna give this guy a perception check, the guy with the crossbow, a perception check, to see if he notices Kristoff doing a murder behind him. Yeah, he does. This guy is gonna run up, on the other hand, and he's gonna start trying to pry your hands off of his friend. So Kristoff, you have a man trying to beat you in the face with the butt of a pistol, and another man with a crossbow shooting at you. And roll the pistol
As
first.
you would.
That's a failure. The man with a crossbow. That is a hit. Now remember, you have a free reaction every round. Would you like to try to dodge the crossbow?
Yes. Might as well. Just those are bad. What was the roll for the dodge? Just dexterity and athletics?
It is dexterity plus athletics, yes. You managed to get out of the way of the crossbow bolt in time. Meanwhile, with Benedict, this man is rolling his strength versus yours. Let me just double check clinching. Yeah, they're going to roll their strength plus brawl to try to escape the clinch. So go ahead and roll your strength plus brawl to try to maintain the clinch. Okay, so you managed to keep his friend from prying your fingers off of his friend's neck, And the man currently being strangled is also going to try to make you break the clinch. So roll that one more time for me. Oh no, you're locked in. You're completely locked in as these two men struggle you to get you off of this man's neck. Speaking of, what's your strength rating? If you're talking, you're muted.
God damn it. Yeah, it's 5 right now with the blood buff, but it's normally 4.
It's 5 right now with a blood buff. Okay, so the man passes out in your arms.
Nice.
If you would like to split your action, you could do another action right now. It would just be whatever is higher, your dex plus brawling, or whatever action you're doing, and then divided by 2. As you
Okay, so he's passed out now, right? I'll try to choke for the other guy.
Okay, so that's gonna be...
Can I use him more like a human shield because I'm being aimed at?
You can use this man as cover, yeah?
Yeah, I'll just use the other guy. Try to use the other guy as cover.
So, you strangled this man into unconsciousness, and seeing the gun aimed at him, aimed at you, you just sort of lift this guy up in the way of your other assailant.
Mm-hmm.
Christoph.
Yeah, same thing, actually. You know what, let's just get a little hungry, just because why not? Just blood buff dexterity, and
real
spend
fast.
once.
Bennett, do you want to grab the conscious guy and use him?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to grab the conscious guy.
Oh, right. Roll me... So you're taking your clinch roll here, and we're dividing by 2, rounded up. So let's go with... Roll me 5d10, as this guy is going to try... he's going to try not to get strangled. So that's going to be 2 successes from him, and you've got 3 successes. So you start choking this guy now.
All right.
Okay. Christoph, sorry about the interruption. Keep going.
No worries. So yeah, gonna be a little hungry now because 2 health points minus 1.
Benedict, roll your strength for damage on that guy.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's 2 successes. So, he is bruised. Sorry for interrupting you again, Christoph. Go ahead. Do your deuced.
Sorry, oh yeah, just blood buff the dexterity to compensate for the celerity that I'll be spending to try to slash these 2 fuckers again.
Mm-hmm.
So... That one goes to the one with the crossbow.
That's going to the crossbowman?
Yeah.
Okay. He can't dodge that. He does not have enough dice to dodge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 successes. So go ahead and roll strength plus 2 on him for slashing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's... You did 6 damage with 5 dice.
Love how math works sometimes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The man is crippled. You almost one-shot him. Goddamn.
Let's make sure that his body doesn't feel left out, no?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 5 successes. He could theoretically dodge this. He didn't. One of his 5 dice still is not a success. I didn't even have to look at the rest. That's 2 points of slashing on him. He's not so horribly mangled as his friend, but he's pretty bad. That man is currently wounded. Yeah, wounded.
Wait, he was wounded last one, no?
Was he wounded last one? No. Oh yeah. So that means he's also. Yeah, so that means he's also crippled. They have dice pools no bigger than 5, so they both have no dice pools. They are helpless and at your mercy. Well, not entirely. They can... We'll get to their turn when we get to their turn. Right now it's their boss's turn. He has taken an action to aim at you, Benedict, which takes his normal dice pool of that and buffs it up to that as he fires his pistol. That's a botch die, that's a botch die. But he got at least 110, so it still hits. Benedict, you take 1 point of lethal damage from a gun. You can go ahead and roll your stamina plus fortitude to soak.
Sorry, where's fortitude?
It's a discipline. If you don't have it, just roll stamina.
Oh, okay. I was rolling in the Twitch chat.
Well, I don't have a dice bot set up, but I could.
Okay.
I mean, there's a 10 there that can't be negated, so you soak the... He shoots a gun at you, and it just sort of grazes off your shoulder.
Oof. Okay.
Yes, you're using this man as a shield. Speaking of which, the man you're using as a shield is going to try to not have that happen anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I am rolling garbage tonight. Go ahead and do your strength plus balling. Yeah, no, he is going to be a meat shield. Whether he likes it or not. The 2 guys you have utterly savaged, Kristoff. This guy begins slowly trying to crawl away. Also, I'm going to need you to roll me courage. Because you're right next to a campfire. Well, that's 3 successes. Fire bad, fire real bad, but there's a blood sac right here. The beast is confused, and in that confusion, you're able to maintain control of yourself for now. Because I call it a campfire, it is a full-on bonfire. It is like about a meter high.
Oh, those are big.
Yeah, it's about a meter high. It is quite the big fire. Yep, that's those guys' turns. Benedict, you automatically inflict your strength on this man.
Okay,
Right
here we go.
Which is 6 right now, right? Was it 6 or 5?
It's 5, it's 5.
Okay. His last turn he took that much, and then that means he's up to... Well, I'm going to roll a soak, because this is only bludgeoning damage, and humans can try to soak that. That's 1 point of soak from last round, and 1 point soak from this round, so that's 1 less total, so he's only wounded. Okay. And I need you to try to roll to maintain your clinch. So that's -1, 0, 1, 0 successes. He manages to break out of the clinch.
Damn it!
He shoves you back, or you just managed, or your grip managed to loosen as he's thrashing about, and he takes a couple of steps back and like doubles up and starts catching his breath. It's about this point in time. Hey, Kindread.
Yes!
Welcome to the fight.
Oh!
You come across this bizarre silent scene of your friends silently committing murder in the woods. Go ahead and roll.
Would Kim have tried to contact Evelyn at all during this time?
I can try. I think, let me check again
Just if she would have thought of it. If she wouldn't have, don't worry about it.
She would call for help because she can't fight.
Okay.
So let's cut back to that while you're slowly creeping through the underbrush of the forest. What message would you be sending to Evelyn?
Evelyn, everybody's dying of help!
Okay.
How is Evelyn gonna find us though?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cause like, yeah, it takes 1 willpower per message. So I guess I'm not sending. Cause like to send a way to come over, it will. Yeah, it will just like constantly consuming willpower.
There's be any way to indicate where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I mean, you could give them instructions, and then
You could ask
to
a
Evelyn
ghost
to try and...
to carry something. So wait, do you?
I can't summon ghosts,
No.
and I don't think there's any ghosts in the area.
Oh well.
Oh, I guess I will distract the guy shooting my friend.
So you snuck up on this real fast. Give me your initiative. D10 plus. It was wits plus dex. So I can put you into the order.
Yeah. 11.
So you'll be going after the boss of the bad guys.
Okay. I'm still like staying on the ground though, just getting there. I plan to keep like hiding in the bush and just keep throwing rocks at him and then move away.
Yep. So it's Kristoff's turn. Kristoff, you see Kindread very slowly and not very stealthily creeping in towards the clearing. The 2 men at your feet basically having nothing left in them in terms of fight. What do?
Just looking at these two. Alright, this good job here. Just in around. See that there's the boss and this guy. Then wait, what is Kim doing? Oh god. Well, time to wrap this up and just rush at this guy. This from the back. They basically cannot hear shit anyways.
So
just
slight complication. Unless you take another action, your rust check successes there made it so you could continue fighting. You're not completely over your fear of the fire. You'd have to go around. That would take an extra action.
How close is the guy with the pistol?
That'd be him.
No, like the one on the ground.
He's slowly clawing away. You can get to him, no problem.
Yeah, do that. Get to him, grab his pistols, and take a pot shot.
So you grab the pistol off of him. He like vainly struggles against you, unable to really put up a fight. As you snatch the pistol from his hands. And go ahead and make an attack roll.
Yep.
So this is where you realize that I'm also a bastard GM. You pull the you pull the hammer back on the pistol and click. I guess it does no click because it's silent. He already shot this at you.
Hmm?
Yeah, he shot this at you near the start of the fight and just missed.
I thought he was trying to hit me with the... Oh, well. Then, shit.
Yep. There's your action.
Yep.
Both of these guys shot at you at some point in time. So both of their firearms were empty. Well, firearm and crossbow.
Could have sworn that he tried to hit me with the freaking buttstock or something instead.
Oh, he tried to smash you over the head with it, but he also shot at you.
Oh.
The boss is going to, now that his man is no longer being choked, he's going to run up and try to stab you there, Benedict. And he's pretty good with a sword, so beware. You are allowed to try to parry this, or dodge if you prefer. That's...
Yes, please.
3 successes. You gonna try to parry or dodge?
I will try to parry.
Okay, Dex plus melee. Actually, you don't have a weapon on you, do you?
I don't, so I'm not able to parry. Can't really
You
parry.
can try to dodge, which is Dex plus athletics instead.
Okay, I'll dodge. Okay.
Yeah, the successes, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. So you manage to catch his, like, step out of the way of his sword swipe. Yeah. Yeah, that's his turn. Now it is Kem.
I activate blood buff.
Okay.
That's 3 blood away. Ugh. And 3 dots. On strength, dex, and stamina. And is there any rock nearby me?
Oh, plenty.
I'll grab one. And anybody in there that looks like extremely hurt than the other?
These men look like they're barely clinging to life.
Is this guy shooting? Aiming?
He is, in fact, rolled over onto his back, aiming a gun at Kristoff, yes.
Okay, rock to the face!
Okay. Let's see here.
Actually, would I be able to run over and stomp his face instead? Nah, that's a bad idea.
There's kind of a large fire between the two of you.
Yeah, fuck no fire. I just throw the rock.
Okay, let me see here. Thrown weapon. Aim, cover, multiple shots, third burst. Let's call this. Just give me a. Oh, what would this be? Dex plus something. Definitely.
Okay.
Let's call it Dex plus. Let's call it Dex plus athletics.
Athletics 0. At least I protect.
Okay. Roll 1 die of damage.
That is 1d10?
Yeah. Because you got 2 successes.
Eh.
Alright, you're throwing at this guy?
Yes.
Well, he's injured enough that he doesn't have dice to use his soak pool with anymore. Because he's uncrippled. So that pushes him to incapacitated. You knock him out.
Ooh.
As you yeet this rock, you just sort of lob it in the air and it lands on his face. And he just gives up the struggle. Let's see here, what's your humanity yet again?
My humanity is at 9.
Go ahead and give me a conscience roll.
If I don't do it, my friend's gonna die.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah, this isn't an innocent. So.
And they've been killing a lot of people too.
Yeah.
Gotta stop them before the war break out.
Yeah, I'm gonna spare you from the humanity roll here because this is definitely not an innocent.
Yeah.
Careful though. So this guy's passed out at this point. This guy... He has no weapon, he has no dice pool, he's effectively useless. This man is still fresh, he's going to also try to stab Benedict. Benedict, you're being ganged up 2-on-1 now. So he will be getting bonus dice. Uh-huh. You already parried this turn. So that is going to be 2 successes. His weapon is strength +2. So you end up being slashed for 3 points of lethal damage. You may go ahead and roll your stamina to try to soak some of that.
Youch! Stamina, yeah.
You soak 1 point of that lethal damage. Your undead body not being quite so harmed as he shoves the sword into it. So you become... Were you already injured?
Oh, from when I was brawling, yeah. From the last session.
Yeah, from that was tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So that brawling damage gets pushed up the chain, and you end up with 2 points of lethal damage on wounded and mauled.
Oh shit!
So your dice pool is currently at a -2.
Oh no!
Yeah, it is a pretty bad slash to the gut. However, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna try to pull away from the other guy. Like right here.
Mm-hmm. There's no
and then I'm gonna go.
Meters, you're good.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna try to, I'll punch the boss.
Okay. You're at -2 for your dice pool. Go ahead and give me Dex plus brawling.
Okay. Dex plus...
-2.
Yep.
And you have a specialization in boxing, right?
Yep.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Uh-huh. He's gonna try to not get punched in the face. You still hit him.
Nice.
So he is going to take your strike. It's just gonna be your strength.
Is that also -2?
Yeah, your dice pool is -2 of this. But remember, you do
Okay.
have a point of blood buff, so yeah. So that's 3 successes.
Nice.
He's gonna try to soak. He soaks 2.
Fuck.
So he has a point of bludgeoning damage off of that. As you bop him one in the forehead, and he gets a little dazed for a second. Kristoff, it's your turn.
At this point, I'm gonna throw just caution into the wind. Just spend the last remaining auxiliary power to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. well, whatever. Just stab the boss man at this point.
Okay. So you run around using your vampiric super speed. And you go for the nothing personnel kid.
Yep. Let's see.
One, two, three, 4 successes. He's already tried to parry once this round. So you hit. You're using your sword, so that's strength +2. Uh-huh. Do you have any specializations with the sword?
Wait, that's not me.
Oh, that was Evelyn. Oh, my bad.
Nope.
Nope.
And yeah.
Can we take Evelyn's dice pool?
Sorry, I'm thinking about macros.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Also, you're going to be a much better swordsman than Kristoff.
I know, right? That's 2 swordsmanship, yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 points of lethal damage. He's gonna try to soak it. You mortals can't soak lethal. So that becomes... He is now injured. He's past injured. What is he at? He's also wounded, so his dice pool is also at -2. So... He screams silently because this battlefield is dead silent.
Still silent, which...
Yeah. Which adds to the creepiness of this whole affair, as you have been committing this brutal violence against these people, and them trying to dish it back to you. Gunfire happening, sword slashing, men screaming out in agonizing pain, twisted faces in terror and agony, screaming, with not a single sound escaping this clearing. As this man whirls around to the source of the stab wound in his back now. He sees you, Kristoff. His pool is normally 6, but he's at -2 dice. He's only at 4. He will try to stab you. You may attempt to parry him if you like.
Oh, absolutely. Dex plus melee, no?
Yep. He has no chance. As you masterfully swat his sword out of the way. Kindread, it's your turn. This bizarre silent ballet of violence unfolding before you.
I'm trying to see if Kristoff been using, celerity this whole time, so they see, these guys displaying power and everything already, right?
Yeah, he's moving faster than a human should, but he's only using 1 point at a time, so he's not, a blur.
Alright, so he just back. Okay. Can't do anything. Another rock!
Sure. Oops.
Okay. Anybody still aiming their gun? No?
Not at this point, no.
The guy that's far away, how bad he looks.
On the verge of death.
Dead or incapacitated?
Like dead. He's as injured as the guy you threw a rock at before.
Oh. Wait, I killed that other guy?
No, you knocked him out.
Oh, okay. Hopefully the rock will knock him out. I yeet the rock at him.
Okay. I think I said Dex plus Athletics last time. I mean, that still hits. That's 2 successes. Roll me 1 die of damage. You throw the rock, and it lands on his belly, and it looks like it made him uncomfortable and kind of hurt a little bit, but it didn't actually do any damage to him.
I point at him and make a really, ordering stop face.
Yep. I understand. It's their turns. This guy's just, you can't hear him moaning, but he's just sort of lying there moaning, because he has no weapon. And his dice pool's currently 0, so he can't do shit. But this man can. And Kristoff just elevated himself to maximum threat priority number 1. So he's going to try to stab Kristoff.
Understandable.
That's 2 successes. You've already parried this round, so that's going to connect.
Yep.
That's 1 point of slashing damage. You may roll me your stamina plus your fortitude if you have it to try to soak. You soak. Also your armor, because you're wearing armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so clang. Clang, except there's no sound as this man tries to batter his way through your armor. Benedict, it's your turn.
I'm going back to trying to choke them out, this time at the boss.
Okay. Dex was brawling. He's going to roll the same.
Mm-hmm.
Try to resist it. That's 1, 0, 1, 2 successes. You managed to grab him. Go ahead and roll your strength to try and start choking him.
Fuck.
So, you grab him and start throttling him, but he's still managed to have enough control that you're not crushing his windpipe at the moment. But you've got him grabbed.
Good.
Kristoff, your turn.
Well, he's got boss man over here grabbed, so we still got a Lucky around, so might as well. Just slash at the Lucky. Oh my god.
That's 1, 2, minus 1. 0, 1 success, 2 successes, 3 successes for the 10. So that's a total of 3 successes because of your specialization with swords. Go ahead and roll me your strength plus 2. That's 1, 0, 2, 3, 4 successes. Mortals can't soak lethal damage, so that's... Yeah, that's 3 damage on him, lethal. He already had that much. Actually, that guy is fresh. So he takes 3 points of lethal damage, and he is wounded. Boss man time. He's gonna try to stop you from choking him. And he's gonna split his dice roll because he's gonna try to take 2 actions here.
Oh.
So that's 2 successes on his end. Go ahead and roll to continue your clinch.
No, fuck.
That's a botch.
Fucked up.
So he manages. So he headbutts you and swats your hands out of the way, and he's gonna try to stab you.
Oh man.
That's 2 successes. You may try to dodge.
What's dodging again?
That's your Dex plus Athletics.
Okay. Minus 2 dice.
You manage to dodge out of the way as he tries to slash at your neck after headbutting you. The honestly very intense brawl between you and this man continues. Kamrutai, it's your turn.
I tackle him! Or like aiming for like his body while he's busy stabbing my blood kindred.
You're gonna try to knock him over?
Yep.
I'm gonna call that a sweep, leaving Dex plus Athletics.
This dick.
Yeah, you throw yourself at him, and he just moves out of the way and just sees this small Asian woman just try to tackle him and then fall on the ground between him and Benedict. He just looks up so confused.
There you go, I draw his attention, do something!
Thanks, Kim.
Sword fight between you and Goon
Exactly as
continues,
planned.
Kristoff. He manages to connect with 1 success. You may try to parry if you like, or dodge.
We believe in parry in this house. Oh my god.
I mean, the 10 can't be negated, and you still have more successes than ones, so... Even before the 10, so you managed to parry it. Benedict, it's your turn. Camrutai's on the ground in front of you. Sven is sort of looking up at you, down at Camrutai. His eye glances towards his sword. He doesn't know who to stab. Just for a moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch him again while he's
He's
indecisive.
a little distracted, yeah.
Oh, actually. Can I use a vampire power?
Oh?
Can I use Dementation to enhance his confusion?
You absolutely may use Dementation to heighten his confusion.
Just remember
Alright.
what happened the last time.
no, not the hunting, just
Planning on
passion.
keeping these people alive.
Go ahead and roll Charisma plus Empathy. The difficulty is equal to their,
Charisma plus empathy.
Okay. Humanity. I'm gonna say
That's
you get. I'm
minus
gonna
two,
say this
sadly.
automatically succeeds because he's immortal, but you want more successes here.
Okay.
That's one more success. So that's for an hour. He's just really fucking confused. like he goes from just like, huh? To like, oh. Like, he goes from like being momentarily like weirded out to like suddenly it looks like he's on a bad trip. Like, he's looking at his hands, he's looking around him, his eyes go wide, and he's just almost seems to lose his balance as he just becomes kind of bewildered and dazed. He's looking around like, what the fuck is even going on? Like, you've seen someone like stunned in a fight from cleaning their clock before, but this is different. This guy doesn't know what direction's up for a moment right now. Kristoff, it's your turn.
Yeah, good old reliable. Slash at the guy who's currently not having, just considering his life choices.
One, two, three, four, 5 successes. He cannot beat that with his parry, so you hit him. Especially with the 10 there. So that's...
Oh my freaking...
You didn't hurt him, though. As you masterfully cut him with the wrong part of the sword. It's like Zorro, where he except for instead of like stabbing him or doing a real flourish, you just whap him with the flat side of the blade.
It's so out of practice, what the fuck?
Sven just sort of stands there. And his turn ends.
Wait, okay. I bite his leg. Nyam!
Okay, you bite him. Go ahead and roll me Dex plus, I believe. What? Let me double check. Bite. Roll me Dex plus Brawl with accuracy. I'm gonna say +2 dice, because he is currently confused, and bites +1.
So that's +3 more
2
dice?
dice.
Okay.
+1 from confused, +1 for the base accuracy bonus.
Nom!
1, 2, 3, 4, 3 successes. Go ahead and roll me your strength +1, and this is aggravated damage. Vampire bites are no joke.
+1 or +1 dice?
An additional die.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So just roll another d10. Okay, that's 2 points of aggravated damage.
I do the suck.
And you can drink up to 3 points of his blood.
Nom. Yes, please.
He has gone from wounded to crippled. As you bite onto his ankle, he's confused before, but now adrenaline pumping, confused and dazing him, and this sudden bliss overcoming him. This man is a whirlwind of emotions, none of which are ready for battle. And honestly, a vampire's latched onto his leg and he's a human. He's as good as dead if Kem wants him to be.
No! Can't kill him, no!
It's this goon's turn, as he is the only goon still capable of violence. Though not by much. He's going to divide his attack. He's going to take 2 attacks, both using 1 die. That's a hit. And that's a miss. So he hits you once, Kristoff. You only need to succeed once to parry him. As this man throws skill to the wind and just sort of starts hammer blowing you with his sword. Yeah, no, it's Jover. Benedict, your enemy is stunned, dazed, and Kemutai is currently eating him. What do you do?
Yeah, I think he's done. I'll go to the goon that that's fighting Kristoff, and I also want to take a bite out of him.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Here's the thing. You're really good at Dex plus Brawl, and you get an accuracy bonus for this. And I'm giving you a bigger accuracy bonus because he's distracted. Roll me Dex plus Brawl plus 2.
Okay.
For real, if you manage to get anything that like gives you vampiric claws, or if you ever just go for a bite, Benedict's a fucking terror with his brawl tool.
Plus 2 dice, right?
Yes, plus 2 dice.
Okay.
1, 2, 1 success, 2 successes. So go ahead and roll me your strength plus 1 for damage. And you may drain up to 3 points of blood.
I'll go for 3 points, yeah.
I mean, you broke the skin, and you're now currently drinking his blood, and he is caught in a state of pure bliss. It's over.
Oh, nice.
The fight's over. These men are mere mortals. They have not... And they're also already injured. They have no chance of escaping the kiss. This brutal encounter of sudden and eerily silent violence comes to a sudden end as you sink your teeth, as the Malkavians sink their teeth into their targets. And a calm enters the battle, calls across the battlefield. A submission, a surrendering to fate. How much blood do you take from these men? Do you just let them go after 3 points?
Yes, and then gonna tie them up.
Remember,
There is
you
that
leave marks even though you close them.
Lick.
Yeah, even once they're closed, there's still marks people might find. So maybe don't make it all obvious.
Yeah.
So, Kem, you lick his wound shut after 3 points of blood. Benedict, how much blood do you take?
I'll just take 3 as well.
Okay, yeah, they're stunned enough that after 3 points of blood, because 3 points of blood is the amount of blood you can safely drain out of a human anyway. That they're just gonna give up the ghost and stop fighting.
Any ropes around?
You can check the set of crates and stolen supplies on the other side of the encampment. I will, however, point out the very large fire. By the way, Christoph, do you once it's clear that the fighting is over, do you drop the silence?
Not after making sure that this guy's also unconscious.
He's been very slowly crawling away.
Just get to them. Then might as well bite them too.
Sure. Do you go straight by the fire, or do you take your time trying to go around? Because if you go straight by the fire, you're gonna have to roll a Ross check to try to approach it again. You're at 3 successes total right now. 2 more, you'll be fine.
It's no need to go to the fire. We can take our time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, effectively your beast is just like, there's a fire there. I'm safe as long as I don't go closer to it. And you're rolling with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you're not trying to rationalize closer. So it takes you a little while to take the long route around effectively. But you walk up and bite the guy. I'm assuming you're trying to do it in the least violent way possible.
Yeah. Just...
I won't make you roll to not kill the guy, basically. How much blood do you take?
Well, he's been crawling for a while, so... Yeah. Let him try to roll for his left, and I take 4.
Okay. Die of fate. High or low?
Said high last time, no? Yeah, sure. Let's stick to high.
You look down at the man after you take your 4 points of blood. He's not breathing anymore.
Well, there's another dead body in this camp.
Go ahead and give me a a conscience roll. Because you're at 6 humanity, right?
5 actually.
Oh, never mind then. Accidentally drinking a vessel dry is a humanity 6. You don't care. I mean, you might care, but it doesn't make you feel depressed.
Just part of the job, no?
Yeah, I mean,
part of the job.
Shit happens. Mortal shouldn't have tried to kill you.
Yeah. Just...
He's
Yeah,
wearing a satchel, right?
Um,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, the moment this guy stopped flopping, they just turn off the... Just turn back on the audio, I guess.
Yep.
The boss guy, he's wearing a satchel, right? The thing
Yeah,
across his...
he's got a bag on him. He's got a few objects on him. Yeah.
Anything that I can be used, like long fabric or... Yeah, that used to tie his arm up, at least?
He's got a sash connected to a clutch, like a clutch bag that looks like it was made by natives. You can use that to bind his arms together, probably.
Oh, there's also belts, right?
Yeah, he's got a belt.
Okay, then...
Most of these men have belts
on. Nice! Yep, that satchel's gonna go to his hands, arms, and belt to the leg. And I'll do that for the other guys too. Like, tie them up with their belts.
Okay. So here's an issue. A couple of those guys are pretty close to the fire. Benedict, yourself kind of included. If you want to continue operating near this fire, I need both of you to roll me a courage for a rust check.
She's not gonna go close to it. Help! She points at, like, the guy and her face turning away from the fire.
Oh shit, do I still have a -2?
Yeah.
Oh
That
man.
goes away when your injury goes away.
Whew, okay.
Benedict,
All right.
there's a fire there. You're safe away from the fire. It's a big fire. You should leave. But, I mean, maybe leave once you're done with the important crap, but you shouldn't get anywhere near the fire.
All right.
Can we find any like sources of water nearby?
Yeah, you could search the camp to see if there's like a jug. Go ahead and give me a wits plus investigation. Christoph, what are you doing?
I was gonna do pretty much that. Just search for ropes or water. At that point, fuck the fire.
Yeah. Benedict and Christoph, you both take your time going a wide range around the fire to look into the piles of stuff on this end of the camp. Both of you give me investigation plus wits to try to search through it for, like, usable objects. Benedict, you do find, you find a barrel full of water. It's about half drunk. Christoph, you find plenty of rope. Rope, bags, all manner of things. Lots of textiles.
Ready.
Oh, do I notice the old man?
Yeah, can we try with your perception? Yeah, definitely.
Oh, go shake on him.
There's a fire in the way?
Yeah, can I
wait.
dump the barrel of water onto it?
Give me another quick courage roll.
Oh boy.
I can try to help with that. No? Just fuck that fire, genuinely.
Benedict, you have the answer to the fire in your hands. You know it's the beast telling you to stay away from it. You know the fire is helpless before you. So telling that little mewling animal inside of your brain to shut up for a moment, you crack the top of this barrel open and throw it onto the bonfire. And after a quick gout of flame as wood hits fire, water explodes out of the fire and puts out the bonfire. So, there's no more intrinsic terrifying thing scaring the crap out of you.
Let's go.
Alright, the Benedict will sit down and take a rest for a while.
Yeah,
A lot of damage from
the
that.
old man.
You go check on the old man. Go ahead and give me a wits plus medicine as you look the man over.
Uh-oh, roll 20. Roll 20. Why are you froze?
He's still alive. Looks like he's just concussed. Took a nasty hit to the head. He'll be okay soon enough. Just give him a night's rest or two. Maybe a bit longer because he's old.
Can I give him first aid? He doesn't look like he belonged to this group, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay, yeah, first aid.
Does Cam just rush towards the old man, for example? Is it visible?
Yeah, she's no longer hiding.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he. Fucking what a shame. Just seems like this guy's killed him or something.
He's alive!
Wait, what?
He's totally breathing and everything.
Oh, mom. Well, that's makes things better, actually. Pretty sure that's the father of the guy that I sold the horse to. Which, by the way, points at the horse. It's here.
There's a couple of horses here, actually.
Well, it seems we got everything we need. We got witness, we got culprit, and evidence.
I'd say tie them up. Point the guards into the right direction. We're taking
Thumbs up.
We're taking the old man, however, and my horse. I remember where they live, and we can drop them off.
I think I can take care of the old man right now. I think you should ride back to the the town and get the others. Get the guard. Get Evelyn, maybe.
That would also do.
Yeah, Benedict and I will stay here. Keep watch, okay? Mm-hmm.
Do you do that?
Wait. Will they just believe that we defeated these 5 armed men ourselves?
Well, you a good fighter, he's a good fighter. Maybe we sneak in, you know. Yeah.
Alright, let's just get our stories straight first.
Okay.
Okay, just hold on one sec. Looks. They were drinking beforehand, no?
Yeah.
She caused the wound.
It doesn't look like they were drinking heavily, but you got them right before they started getting into it, yeah.
Okay, get the drinks, just pour them all over them.
Yeah, spill some beer on their shirts.
Just get the drinks and spill them all over them.
Alright.
Nice. Alright.
Tuk.
How's the first aid on the old man going?
It doesn't look like there's really anything you could do. He just needs time to rest. If you had dumped water on his face, he'd probably start awake if you wanted to wake him up.
Shouldn't have him awake yet. It's dangerous. Actually, yeah, not now. I let him rest.
I do have a magic healing cup.
But I'll go check on Benedict too. Anybody need first aid?
And Benedict. Again, so we're going with they drunkenly started fighting amongst each other then?
Yes, but some of the wound they're sore and stuff, so I guess we came in at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to apply first aid to Benedict?
Yes.
Go ahead and
How
roll
can you do that?
intelligence plus medicine.
Intelligence plus medicine.
Yeah, you basically just pat down, like, make sure you put pressure to the wounds that are bleeding. Benedict, your bashing damage is going to go away in an hour.
Okay.
Of just rest. So long as you receive medical attention the day of, your lethal damage will also go away. You're hurt right now, right? Or injured?
Mauled.
You're mauled.
I am mauled.
Oh no.
That's how many points of injury is mauled? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, you'll be better in a week. Shorter if you achieve, like, if you make sure that you, like, rest and have someone make sure to look after your wounds.
Thank you, Kindread.
You can also spend blood to seal that up faster.
Oh, how many points would that be?
I believe it's 1 point per dot.
Okay. I'll leave it be for now.
Gotta look like we fought them, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Stop. Are you hurt?
Oh no, I'm fine. Tend to him.
Okay. You can ride, right?
I'm good.
Okay.
He was trying to get to the horse that he does recognize, because every other one might, you know. So that he was right back to the town.
So you run back into town. It's I'm not gonna have you roll. You came out here relatively recently. You're gonna try to find Mr. Vorman?
Yep.
What's your method? How are you doing it? Are you asking around for him? Do you go to the mayor's office and at home and ask for him there? How you try to find him?
Try that your method. Go to the tavern and be like, hey, has anyone seen this? Where do they live?
So you head to the tavern and you see Vorman there, just sort of. He looks a little tipsy, but he seems to have been talking up to the people in the tavern for a bit, and he sees you approach. Is like, after me then. What do you need?
I need you actually, right now, urgently. We found the source of the problem.
This was urgent, right?
Rather, yes.
He pinches the bridge of his nose. Explain on the way. The jog will help me sober up. And he follows you on foot. Do you explain on the way, as he asked?
Yeah, the core story of we found. We decided to heed the little one's warning and follow them. Turns out she was right. Found them drinking, fighting over, eventually turned into fighting, and he'll see the aftermath after we swept in.
Okay, go ahead and roll me Charisma plus Subterfuge to see how well you deliver the cover story.
That will be a willpower there, because I do not trust my rolls. Thank you. Charisma plus Subterfuge?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He just sort of looks at you. So these men who have been coordinating a guerrilla campaign against the merchants in the area and trying to launch a conspiracy got into a big drunken fight over loot. You know, if you saw some bandits and beat the shit out of them, I'm not going to be angry.
Well, you'll see for yourself. They're there. We're going, anyways.
Yeah, and the two of you continue until you get to the clearing. And he sees your handiwork. So as
waves at him.
Sort of looks over it. Did you also pick up Evelyn on the way? By chance?
What? Just at least, hey. Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Just to not keep her in the dark that much.
I mean, if you got me before you got him, then she could have explained to him, but that's fine.
No, we'll allow Evelyn to try to pitch the cover story if... I mean, we all know how much OP trusts his dice, so I'll allow it.
I mean, I don't think Evelyn would suggest making up the story about them attacking each other, because you came across this injured member of the community who bought your horse and your horse there, so they're all just drinking while he's bleeding to death. You make a noise, they attack you, you defend yourself. That's not a bad story.
Sure thing, let's just go with that.
Okay, that's what Evelyn would explain.
Okay, you go ahead and give me Charisma plus Subterfuge.
I'm not trying to trick them by saying that anything that isn't true. They came across them because they were looking for what's going on.
Yeah, I suppose.
They found the injured man, and then they made a noise, and then they were shot at.
Yeah, that is actually true. And you're not even, like, telling a half-truth there. Yeah, no, I'll let it slide. Yeah. So Vorman just sort of nods as you approach, and eventually you come across the clearing. Sort of looks around. Are you sure you don't want to help me start a militia? You did a handy job here.
How late is it?
Not tonight. But, in general.
I'll go and check on the injured man.
At this point, it's probably like 1 a.m. At this point, it's probably like 2 a.m. Benedict, you've been laying up long enough for your bashing damage to go away, so now you just have the lethal damage. So not 2x's off the character sheet.
Got it, thanks.
Oh, did you already take the guy on the horse home, Christoph, or not yet?
No, Kim is sitting next to him. Over here?
Yeah. Evelyn will go check on him.
Believe me now?
You check on him. Would you like to, like, assess his state?
Yeah. Are you asking Evelyn if she believes you?
Yes.
My dear, I never disbelieved you, but I needed to be able to present the information in a way that was not suspicious to you. She's gonna quietly reply. So, I need to roll like I don't have any medicine, but...
Well, then just roll intelligence.
Intelligence? Okay.
Mm-hmm. You're just seeing if he's okay, not trying to wake him up or anything?
I'll see if he's okay and see if I can rouse him, yeah.
Yeah, you managed to wake him up. He stirs...
Have I met him before?
No. But okay. He looks like that one gentleman you met at the party, Hansel Strock. Looks like an old, grumpy version of that. Graying hair, eternally furrowed brow, resting bitch face on an old man. Yeah. What happened? I was enjoying my horse and... Oh god. A beautiful night.
Hello.
Am I in heaven? Oh god, I can't be dead. Also, why would I be in heaven?
No, sir. How are you feeling?
It's like I've been struck over the head and trampled and tramped up. Oh.
That does seem to be what has happened, unfortunately. I'm Sister Patrizia, and we shall get you back to your home. What is your name, sir?
See that you do. I am... This... How do you not know who I am? I'm Walter Struck. I practically own this town.
I apologize.
You know, Mr. Struck, you own several windmills.
I apologize, sir. I've only recently arrived in town.
I must have my son redouble his efforts, then. This is unacceptable. Foreman!
I may have met your son, Hansel.
Layabout. Yes, that is my boy. And Foreman, this doubly unacceptable, sir. Yes. How terrible that you are accosted and survived. We'll fix that right away. See that you do.
Do you think you can stand, sir?
See if I can stand. I will be riding out of here on that fine horse that I just purchased. And he he can't stand up on his own right now. He's just being an asshole.
I'll give him a hand.
I help on the other side.
He fusses with it and tries to stop you, but ultimately gives up and lets you both help him to his feet. He insists on walking on his own, and every time he does, he almost falls over. He is fussy, cantankerous, and grumpy, even when you are generally just trying to help him.
I don't think you should ride home alone.
But I'm certainly not riding home walking.
Don't be so stubborn. You almost die. You know?
Perhaps
That's the man who's responsible. She pointed at one of the leader. Actually, the leader.
Perhaps I could accompany you, sir.
He's just being an asshole. He's just being a grumpy old man who is disagreeing with everything. But then, push comes to shove, he will follow through with what you tell him to do.
Yeah, Evelyn's just going to be patient and just basically work around his ego as much as possible.
Hey, you remind me of my father.
Well, then show with respect you would show a father, girl.
Yes, sir.
Though both of you may give me charisma plus leaderships to see how much of a pain in the ass this guy is.
Okay. Will be...
So, appealing to his ego and playing up the respect and the deference immediately gets him more agreeable. Excuse me. You also quickly find that implying that something was his idea in the first place, instant way to get him to do whatever the fuck you want him to do.
Sounds good.
So, he will no longer be a pain in the ass for the rest of this trip back.
Nice.
However, I will point out there is still a corpse and 4 unconscious men.
Just as an aside, quietly to Kimbertai, Evelyn's going to ask, is this all of them? Or are there others?
In my memory, were there more? Or this is it?
This seems about like the total amount of men.
This is it. Yes. All of them.
Very good.
That's the guy who was yelling at me at the party.
Well, if the reports are correct, these men are horse thieves and murderers and bandits, and gestures over at the stolen horses, gestures over at the stolen goods. We have the evidence to prove it. I would like to bring them back to town to stand the proper trial, but if we can't transport them... Gabor pulls out a pistol from a brace on his chest.
Huh?
The penalty for horse theft is death.
Horse theft and assault, apparently.
Let's see how many we can there's 3 stolen horses. Let's see how many we could drag back to town.
I can help.
How well do you know horses, young woman?
Huh? I can help drag them?
It's okay. Just I can help with at least one of them.
Well, let's try the horses first.
Yeah.
Go ahead and one of you give me an animal ken plus, let's call it dexterity, to try to tie these guys to the horses. You're gonna try to get two on their total 3 horses here, and the old guy is pretty adamant on being on one of them. So let's see about getting 2 on each. Okay. Yeah, that's that's enough that you managed to tie up the four unconscious men, and just sort of sling both of them over the horses' backs, and you managed to keep them calm and steady, and drag these guys back into town.
Thank you, Gustav.
I'm going to round up a posse to go retrieve all the stolen goods and find out where it's going. It's going to be a pain in my ass for a while, but you've all done a good thing. And a very impressive one at that. I don't care if they were drunk. 2 men taking out 5. I know you could throw a punch, but you know your way around a sword.
This has been my best friend for most of my life, yes.
He nods. It certainly is your help with the establishing of the militia. But that will be your choice, so...
Out of character, the guys are dressed up as natives, right?
Currently, yes. They're smeared with, like... It looks like they were getting halfway out of their costumes. But they're still clearly attempting to impersonate natives.
He's, what's his title? Captain?
He would be Captain Foreman, yes.
Captain Foreman. Captain Foreman, will there be a way to spread the news that these attacks were not caused by the native people?
Well, I suppose, we're going to announce there are many crimes. I suppose impersonation would be one of them.
I believe that would be good. There's no need to have distrust where these people have not committed any wrong.
I suppose not antagonizing the neighbors is a good idea.
Certainly.
I will make it well known, their method. And their schemes.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you, Captain.
He nods.
I would like to activate my shell sight. Okay. Alright. I'd like to see if the big bro is proud of his little brother's action today.
He's staying. Do you ask him, or do you just watching the ghost?
Just watching. Just watching.
There's that constant stern glare at him, but there seems to be a slight nod of approval.
Give thumbs up.
Just if Christos paused that, it's just sure thing. Just thumbs up back to them.
She looks like she's in good mood.
Right.
And I just follow.
So, as Vorman drags these guys off into his own home to lock up in various bedrooms, he goes about then probably seeking out strapping strong men to act as guards for the next day. You all make your way back to the ship to rest for the evening, as it's getting to be about 3 a.m. and sunrise will be in a few hours. By the next night that you rise, word has gotten around that the rather quick and cut-and-dry trial of one Sven... what was his last name? Sven Ekbald and his co-conspirators for the impersonation of the local Lenape tribe, several counts of murder, brigandry, armed banditry, and theft, were summarily hung, and their bodies set to be returned to the colony of New Sweden at the latest convenience, and a notice sent out to the various trade companies that have been affected to come and reclaim their goods. Word seems to spread pretty fast about your involvement, and over the next couple of days, you were treated even more warmly. In addition to your arrival as captains of a ship, for your rather quick and swift disposal of such an ne'er-do-wells. From here, I will move time forward, and we'll find out exactly how far next session. But before we wrap things up, I want to find out what you are all doing for the foreseeable, let's call it a year. As you settle into town, now with a solid reputation, a secret control over the smuggling ring, or partial control over it, with the control over one Solomon Darrow, who is a key factor in the smuggling operations, and your plans to build up various institutions. Let's hear what you have planned.
We're starting a farm and a winery, right? Also, gotta look around for a business to invest in, namely quarry. Yeah,
Okay.
namely quarry.
You want to start a farm / vineyard and invest in a quarry.
And mine, if there's mining.
Okay, roll me your resources for the vineyard and for each the farm / vineyard and the mining operation.
Christoph joining? Because, like, we're working together.
Yeah.
You can each roll separately, and I'll count up your total successes, or you can roll together, and whoever rolls will get an additional die on each roll.
Can we pile up our resource together?
That's what would happen if one of you rolled for the both of you.
Okay, yeah, I have 3 in resources.
Then be rolling 4 dice.
Oh.
Okay, that's for the vineyard / farm.
Yay!
And let's see about the mining investment.
Same roll?
Yep, same roll. Okay. Right. The two of you pull your resources and begin seeking investors for commerce, for a farm / vineyard, as well as putting money into a mining endeavor. We will see how that turns out next session. Benedict, you wanted to set up a boxing ring. Yes?
Yep.
Well, you've got, considering your actions tonight, as well as your very specific footwork, you've got more than enough people interested. Now, let's see how much your money can carry you. Go ahead and roll me resources to see how much you can put together over this next little bit of a time skip to how nice the building's gonna be, basically.
Okay, resources. Wait, where do I see that?
You should have 2 dots in it.
Ah, there it is, yeah.
Okay. Yep. We'll see how that pans out for you next session.
Hey.
And Evelyn, I know about the seminary, the nunnery, and the school. Is there anything else you would like to try to do over the time skip?
So, with the convent,
That's the word.
I want to have somewhere below, like in the caves, if possible, if we can connect it, so we can have an area for aging cheese, but also have a room where I can be secure during the day with I don't know if I can find a way to justify it that's not suspicious with someone, or get someone who I can trust or wipe their memory after. Make it so that it's something that locks from the inside, or just have some kind of large stone slab or something that I can move in and out of the way. Because, you know, a mortal wouldn't be able to lift it.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me ahead and roll me your resources to see how much money you can put towards that. And let's see here. That it sounds like you want a dominate effect there for that secret room. I believe you've got dominate at 3, right?
I don't yet, but I can buy it.
If you want to buy it, you can just do that.
Yep, I can buy it.
Yeah, if you have dominate 3, bam, you can very easily have a mason set up a secret room for you.
Okay.
And then wipe it from
so rolling resources is just the however much resources I have. I think I have. What has happened to my character sheet?
Hmm?
All my background dots have disappeared.
Ew.
Everything else there still?
I think everything else is there.
Yeah, the dots are gone. That's weird.
Okay.
2.herd, 2.resources. Actually, you should have 3.resources. Do you have resources when you came? No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. So it should be 2 dots. So
Over
I think that's what I had. I think I had Generation 5, Ritual 2, Alt Identity 1, Influence 1, Herd 2, and Resources 2. That was weird though. I wonder if it was because I was messing with the attributes and abilities names.
Maybe.
Because some of them weren't really named in a way that was usable. Okay. So I just roll 2 dice for the resources.
Yep. To that, can stuff like hand over part of the fortune to Evelyn just so it's just.
Yes, you had fortune dice. How many? Yeah, you can go ahead and give the fortune dice over to Evelyn if you wanted.
Yeah, just as
or use of them.
Just as what's the thanks for the help.
Yeah. How much?
What would that do?
How large a fortune was it?
3 fortune.
Okay, so Evelyn, roll 3 more dice, and
So 5 total.
yeah, and OP, mark 1 use off of that fortune, or make a note somewhere that the fortune's been used once more.
Oh.
That's a low roll.
Okay,
Thank you,
we'll
OP.
see how that monastery,
Yeah, so I don't know if you want me to just write out like all the plans because there's like the chapel, the
So what's going to happen between sessions is I'd like you all to DM me a full list of the things you were trying to accomplish.
Okay.
I'm going to take a screenshot of these rolls right now to see, like a bullet point list of all the stuff you want in these enterprises. Like a garden, an auditorium, for the vineyard, a place to age wine, like places to actually grow the wine, all that sort of stuff. Bullet point list it into like aspects of it, and I will figure out how much changes in the amount of time that passes.
Sounds good.
As you sort of manage to start settling down into your routine into this town. Because you've laid a lot of groundwork, and all of the urgent pressing matters, I'll tell you that right now, have been solved or have been insinuated to the point in which you have your talons in them. And we'll figure that out off-screen between sessions.
Oh, one thing. Since you said that we have a smuggling ring now, is there anything I can do about selling that sword?
Yeah, if you wanted to offload the sword, you could do so using the control you have over that Kristoff has over Solomon. Are you sure you'd like to sell it?
Yeah, I do not want to keep it for myself.
Okay. The sword will turn into a 2-dot fortune.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a really expensive sword.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you want to use one of the charges off that fortune now, you could roll it now and see if you get more successes with your boxing arena, your boxing club.
Oh, I just roll one more?
Yep, you would have one more use of the fortune after this.
So 2 dice, no?
Yep.
I'm just. Speaking of.
One more.
Okay.
Yeah, every time you use a fortune, you roll the amount, the size of the fortune, and you can use a fortune an amount of times equal to the number of dots it has.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. No, so that's 2 more successes.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Mind if I roll the remaining 2 for like the farm?
Yeah, let's get some valuable.
So you already pooled your dice with Kemrutai. Unless you want to roll the fortune for it.
The fortune, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the fortune once more for the farm. Although at this point, that'll deplete the fortune. Yeah.
I guess, I guess that's much.
You've spent your giant pile of liquid capital, it's gone, and I'm not gonna lie, it didn't really do much for the farm. You bought some stuff you thought would be really great. Turns out it was magic beans.
Not the magic beans.
Right. So, yeah, between sessions, any sort of conspiratorial things you want to get up to, as well as what you're doing with these dice, let me know. DM me, and we will discuss how the town evolves over the next little time skip.
I'm writing down the list now.